Hi there. Welcome to my views and news. A warm welcome to you on joining this live chat session. Lights gone out here. Let me switch off. Raining here, a hailstorm as well. That is why uh, power breakdown happening. So hopefully I'll be able to complete this live chat session. Uh, I won't be able to welcome the participants one by one. Let me start. Four news stories. First one is from Tigray, Eritrea border message by Getachew Reda, Tigray President, right from the border. He went to a town a few kilometers away from the border. Welcome, Amano. A member joined today. Let me welcome the members. Welcome, Amano. Second news story is about a Fano commander. Why is that PP-backed journalists are trying to implicate and trying to drag Tigray into new conflicts? Claims about a Fano commander being treated in Makale at a hospital. Thirdly, Somalia, where tomorrow is very crucial for Somalia. And fourthly, Sudan has filed a formal complaint against the UAE at the UN Security Council. Angus on photo, let's talk about today's topics. Magnetism, Yusuf Kabede, Klaus New, Orko Dang, Fitsum Kidane Mariam, Amano, Angus on photo, Yamdos. Let me begin, viewers. I don't have lots of time today because of the power disruptions happening here due to heavy rains and hailstorm. Thank you, Merit Udugnao. He says, never miss a single video every day. Thank you, Merit Udugnao. Now, first news story from Tigray viewers. Getachew Reda, Tigray interim president, yesterday went to a town right on Tigray Eritrea border. Strong message, I would say, from Getachew Reda, Tigray interim president. He went to Rama town. Rama is just a few kilometers away from Eritrean border. There he delivered a very strong message to Ethiopian federal government and Eritrean government. What did he say? By the way, 2 days ago, Getachew Reda was interviewed by a news channel, and there he said that he ruled out the possibility for war. He said, I did not want any war, and it was not planning to wage any war. Rumors were spread. What did he say in Rama, border town on a Tigray side of Tigray Eritrea border? Well, firstly, he called for the withdrawal of Eritrean forces. Tigray sticking to its position. It wants territories back, which Eritrea claims are Eritrean territories. Eritrea says that the territories are part of Eritrea granted to Eritrea by EEBC International, Ethiopia Boundary Commission, which gave a verdict in 2004. So, Tigray sticking to its position that it won't accept EDF's military presence in territories allegedly part of Tigray. How will this issue be resolved, by the way? Eritrea says it is not in control of even an inch of Ethiopian territory. Tigray says its areas under the occupation of Eritrean military. Federal government seems to be taking a pro-Eritrea position. How will the matter be resolved? It will not be resolved. Rather, it will someday, it might lead to another armed conflict. Secondly, he talked about return of IDPs. Again, he laid out a precondition for the return of IDPs. If this precondition is not met, IDPs won't return. It was a big statement from Getachew Reda about return of IDPs. What did he say? He said that before the return of IDPs, Amhara forces and Eritrean military must withdraw from the territories where IDPs are set to return. He said that these forces committed atrocities against the IDPs. That is why they fled those areas. How can they return to those areas while the same forces are there? They'll commit same atrocities against these people. That is why IDPs cannot return. They're scared. They're not safe. So, first of all, Eritrean military, Amhara forces should withdraw from the territories. Well, it's a very important statement. It means that he wants Amhara forces, Amhara militia members to leave Volkai Tumara Sagade, Raila Mata Koram before the start of IDPs, which is not very likely, by the way. It means that Demake will be told to leave Volkai. It means that administrations in Volkai and Raya will be dismantled. Will the federal government do that? That remains to be seen. I don't see any progress towards dismantlement of administration in the two zones. And secondly, he's asking Eritrean military to withdraw from places taken by EDF during the 2 year long war, which is not very likely as well. So this thorny issue of the contested territories is now being linked to return of IDPs. It's a big statement from Getachew. When the two presidents met a few days ago, Getachew and Eragakabeda, we heard that they agreed on return of IDPs. Now Tigray says IDPs cannot return because Amhara forces there, EDF there, so they should withdraw from these areas first. Let's see. I see tensions rise in coming days between Tigray and Amhara, Tigray and federal government, and Eritrea as well. If matters are not resolved, they're not solved through dialogue. In Sermo, is it true Demake from Volkai supports Abiy? Well, I wouldn't say Abiy. He's supporting Abiy, but the man is only fighting for Volkai. If Fano groups think that one day Demake will come to Gojam to support Fano fighters, it won't happen. It can happen only if Demake is expelled from Humera Volkai Sagade. So he wants to ensure that Humera Volkai Sagade remain part of Amhara. This is his main concern. He is not concerned about Fano struggle in other parts of in Amhara region. He is not backing this struggle. Not a single statement from Demake Zayadu openly supporting Fano groups. So I think he will continue. He will operate in Volkat Mera Sagade and he'll be on government side as long as he is there in Volkat Mera Sagade working as head of security. The day he's told to leave Volkat Mera Sagade, maybe he'll change sides. Secondly, it was wise that the Prosperity Party backed journalists are implicating, dragging Tigray into the conflict in Amhara. Why is that baseless? Stories are being published. Damake has 70,000 men, Sajid. He's not a paper pusher. 70,000? I don't know. Know about the exact figures. Maybe Maka you know more. But I think figure you are mentioning is very exaggerated. Uh, I'll come to it, MJ, about the amendments and Portland's response to it. Sisse Agina, I think, is his name, who is a journalist, Prosperity Party backed journalist. He was awarded a medal too by the Ethiopian National Defense Force a few months ago. He, Nathaniel, others are very pro-government, government-backed journalists and activists. They say a few days ago claimed that when Getachew was in Europe, he had a meeting with Eritrean government officials there, certain leaders there. Unconfirmed, We could not confirm a video on that. I have to make videos because people contact this. What's your information? What's your take? It is being claimed by a journalist. Again, today, Sese made another claim, and he says that a Fano commander was injured. He and other Fano fighters were taken to Tigray, and they were treated at a hospital in Makale. He is talking about Dr. Admaso Ramadan is fine. Lucky, I'm lucky that I'm able to fast. Sisse says that Mered Odajo, East Amhara Fano commander, was injured recently in the fight against Ethiopian military. And injured Mered Odajo was taken from Amhara region to Makale, where he was treated. And he was taken to either Rafrel Hospital in Makale. This is a blatant attempt by Prosperity Party backed journalists and activists to implicate, to drag Tigray into the conflict in Amhara region. I could not confirm this ridiculous news story. Either these journalists are making videos for views. They make, by the way, I feel that several Ethiopian journalists, YouTube channels, they just make up stories just to attract viewers, just to make money. I mean, there is no basis for what they're saying. They just think that, oh, this topic can attract viewership. Let's make a video on that. Secondly, some are spreading purely propaganda. They want to serve the interests of those who are backing them. What Sisse said does not make sense. On the one hand, Amhara fighters, militia members, and Tigray fighters are fighting in Alamata, both issuing strong statements. Tigray government, and on the other hand, Mere Bodajo is being treated in Makale. And we know, by the way, that Mere Bodajo was the top Fano man, the third round of fighting, who led East Amhara Fano against Tigray fighters. And if in coming days, suppose that fighting breaks out between the Tigray and Amhara Fano fighters over Raya Lamata, what will Mevodajo do? He will definitely support military. He will fight against Tigray forces. The man who will support ENDF in case of fight over Raya Lamata is being given medical assistance by Tigray at a public hospital in Makale. Does it make sense? It does not make sense. These Prosperity Party backed journalists and activists are spreading propaganda. They are serving the interests of those who are backing them. It's not good, by the way. They should give evidence if they come up with such big claims, which are pure propaganda, I would say. Shafo joined too. Welcome, Shafo. Well. Warm welcome to you. Just a few minutes ago, a viewer asked a question about amendments, constitutional amendments in Somalia. What is happening? What is Portland doing? Tomorrow is crucial, viewers. On Saturday, the amendments will be tabled at the Parliament. Parliament will vote. Amendments are likely to be approved. Former President Farmajo today issued a statement condemning the proposed amendment, saying that Hassan Sheikh wants to dominate. He's decreasing the powers, he's curtailing the powers of the Prime Minister, and what he's doing is going to weaken Somalia as a country. Puntland has already rejected these proposed reforms, these proposed amendments, but we'll see tomorrow which amendments are going to be tabled at the parliament. Reportedly, one person, one vote is one of the amendments. Secondly, 5-year tenure for the president, reduced powers of the prime minister, three-party system. Some say two, but others say three-party system is going to be introduced by Hassan Sheikh government. I'll do a video tomorrow, hopefully, if the amendments are passed or rejected. Government has been in talks with Portland, with other regional leaders. Consensus could not be reached. I think Farmajo has departed Somalia. He came to Somalia. He tried to form a joint opposition front against Hassan Sheikh. He met with Sharif Sheikh. Both went to Portland. They met with Dini. Portland issued a statement rejecting the amendments. I think Southwest State is also withdrawing from these from talks, preliminary talks about the amendments. So tomorrow is crucial, viewers. Let's see what happens. What will the MPs do? Will they vote in favor of the amendments? We'll do a video tomorrow, hopefully. Lastly, was one quick update for you from Sudan. Then I'll take your questions and comments, a few of them, before I log out. Sudan today filed a formal complaint against UAE. The complaint was filed with UN Security Council. Sudan says that United Arab Emirates is backing rapid support forces. All types of support is being given to the rapid support forces. Military support, logistical support, media support, diplomatic support, moral support. Chad is serving as transit for UAE's aid for the rapid support forces. Sudanese government is accusing Chad too, that Chad is also supporting rapid support forces. And this support for RSF from UAE is complicating, prolonging the war in Sudan. So Sudan is asking international community, UN Security Council members to take action against the UAE to stop UAE from interfering in Sudan. This is first official, formal complaint from Sudan against the UAE. Though the day UAE started supporting RSF, we did several videos, and then it was confirmed that UAE is complicating matters. Let's see what UN Security Council does. Will it take any action against the UAE? If UAE is stopped and UAE is not able to use Chad to support RSF, what will it do? Will it consider use of some other territories, other lands to support RSF, like Ethiopian land? Let's see. Marcus says, Assalam, brother Saji. Thank you, Marcus. Walaikum assalam. How are you? Yamaskan joined too, says, how are you? I'm fine, Yamaskan. Mr. G, glad you are back covering Sudan. Sudan people need you, Sajid. I want to cover other conflicts. The problem is that there is so much happening in Ethiopia, in Eritrea, and Somalia. It's difficult to cover other countries. And you need to be fully updated to cover a conflict. There's no point in covering a conflict if you're not fully updated. You must have your independent analysis, independent view about a conflict, about how it's going to progress. That is how you're able to speak. So I could not keep myself fully updated with what is happening in Sudan. Aman Washer here too. Darni says, Sajid, I cannot believe you did not tell us about Zameen Kasi. What did Zameen Kasi say? He made tall claims. Did he talk about Skandar too? Which I could not confirm. He made tall claims. He made some new apartments. The claims about the claims by Fano fighters are not something new. They've been saying that since last year. They're about to reach Addis Ababa. They're about to remove the prime minister. So it's not something new, by the way. But I told you when Zameen Kasi was released last year, I said that Zameen Kasi was released deliberately intentionally by the government. Why? Because uh, at a time when Fano fighters were fighting against security forces, a top commander was being released by government. Why? Very simple, because Zamin Akasi's Fano group had been taken over by Skandar. The government released Zamin Akasi to create a conflict between Zamin Akasi and Skandar. Zamin Akasi reclaimed his Fano group. You can say there was friction between Zamin Akasi and Skandar. Uh, and that was Skandar toured other parts of Amhara region from Gojam to expand his uh, presence. But Zaminakasi is the main man now. If you compare Zaminakasi and Skandar now, Skandar has more of a political role than military role. So Zaminakasi's release was a planned release by the government to create conflict between Zaminakasi and Skandar. I said that last year, by the way. Yeah, Dani, I know he came out to list his own fundraising team. I think Shoa is doing the same too. Shoa Fano has announced its finance team too. East Amhara Fano of Meribadajo did the same too. Skandar also appointed a finance head a few weeks ago, and now Zabine Kasi too. TW Ethiopia, Zamine Kasi was head of a Fano group in Gujum. Fighters were the same. Zamine Kasi was imprisoned. The same fighters came under the leadership of Skandar. When Zamine Kasi was released, he reclaimed his group. That is what was the case. Uni, I am not aware of Fano, Gujam Fano's statement about Tigray in Raya Mata. I am seeing some texts. I want to hear from the spokesperson. If he speaks, then we can say it's official statement from Gujam Fano. That spokesperson, I think his name is Mareshat Sihai, I think, if I'm not wrong. Thank you, Birain Ibsa, for watching my videos. Any update from Jal Shrubbe and Jal Kanki? Shrubbe was recalled, I think. Jalmaro closed him to the headquarters. He's not in the field leading Ola fighters. That is what I learned. Did not work more on that development. Forte. Emaskin loves that name. Ahmad Jama says, good afternoon from Nashville. Aman Washe, some of your viewers are obsessed with Fano. And some are obsessed with undermining Fano. Alex Ethiopian, long live Mr. Sadi. Stay blessed, Alex Ethiopian. Yes, I did, DW. Bashe here too. Welcome, Bashe. Mother Tube here. Welcome, Mother Tube. It was 25 minutes have passed. I think we should end the live chat. Uh, I can hear the clouds roaring here. Rain still ongoing. And a hailstorm just came to an end. Power disruption off and on. So let's end this live chat. Luckily, I was able to talk to you for 25 minutes. Four news stories I covered. Getachew delivered a strong message yesterday from Eritrean border, from Tigray Eritrea border rather, from Rama town, asking EDF to withdraw from Tigray territories. And he laid out a precondition for return of IDPs. IDPs won't return until the withdrawal of Amhara forces, Eritrean military, from the territories of Tigray. A very strong precondition mentioned by Getachew yesterday in Rama. Secondly, PP-backed journalists are spreading propaganda. They're trying to implicate Tigray in the war-like situation in Amhara. They're saying that Mere Budajo, East Amhara Fano commander, was injured in fighting. He was taken to Makale for treatment at a hospital. Unconfirmed news, rumors, propaganda being spread by Prosperity Party-backed activists. Tomorrow, crucial for Somalia, where constitutional amendments are going to be tabled at the parliament. Opposition and some regional states are opposing the amendments. Let's see what happens. We'll brief you tomorrow. Sudan has filed first formal complaint against the UAE at UN Security Council, accusing UAE of backing a rapid support for UAE and Chad. So see you tomorrow. Stay blessed. Bye bye.